Testing, sound check 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Folks are walking up, so we'll be starting just a sec.
Good afternoon. I'm Sean Benedict. I'm the Executive Assistant Chief of Police at the Metropolitan Police Department. At approximately 12:49 p.m., 3rd District Station received a call for a shooting in the unit block of O Street Northwest. When units arrived, they located multiple victims here at this location. As of now, the count is 5 people were shot, 2 people are deceased and remain on the scene, and 3 folks were walk-ins at area hospitals, and they currently are receiving treatment. Preliminary information, again, this is preliminary and subject to change based on the investigation, is that witnesses are telling us a small black SUV was proceeding southbound on North Capitol Street, made a right on O Street, and stopped the vehicle in front of the building to my right. At least 2 shooters exited the vehicle and began shooting at folks that were on the block. They were either in chairs or standing, and the shooting took place there. The individuals got back in that black SUV and went westbound on O Street. At this point, the individuals that were shot are victims. There are 5, appear to be all adult black males, and we're going to need the public's assistance on this one. Anybody has video or any other type of information that can provide to us, please call us at 202-727-9099 or you can text us anonymously at 50411. This is very early in the investigation. Our homicides major case squad is out here, which is a very robust team that's working point on this. We have a lot of resources from MPD working this particular situation today. We had 2 people shot overnight on the 200 block of Florida Avenue Northwest that doesn't appear related to this at all. And then we had a homicide on Minnesota Avenue as well that appeared to be an argument that escalated. It doesn't appear to be related to this as well. The background of this location, this appears to be an open-air drug market. MPD routinely polices this area and makes arrests for narcotics violations, but our folks unfortunately get back out. So this is an ongoing problem for us. So we need the community's help to continue to quell the disturbance in this area. Unfortunately, it escalated to the point that 5 people were shot today. It's unacceptable. At this point, again, very preliminary. Our best people are out here working this case, and I'll take a few questions.
Chief, is this a senior citizen's home right here?
From what I understand, it is. It caters to a senior residence, yes.
So they were 5 men standing or sitting outside the senior citizen's home.
That's correct.
And they were shot.
That's correct.
Do you know if any of them were residents there?
I don't know at this point. Again, we're trying to identify everybody fully and get that information out. Once we do, we'll have more to share.
Any range of ages?
They all appear to be adults. Our victims all appear to be adults at this point, is what I understand.
Gang related?
Again, I think it might be drug related. As I mentioned, this is an open air drug market that's been a constant problem for us. We continue to pour resources into this area, but until we can get these narcotics off the street and get to the root cause of why this shooting took place, we're going to keep pouring away at that.
So you had 2 shooters get out of the car, so there was a driver that was waiting for them?
Again, it's going to be very heavy video based and witness based. So this is just based on very early information. What we saw is 2 people get out of that car. Okay, go ahead, ma'am. Several. I mean, there's a lot of casings on the street. There's at least 2 shooters. So it's hard to say. Our detectives are doing their work right now. I looked at it briefly. Semi-automatic pistols. Again, I'm not sure if it's pistols or rifles. It's a very condensed scene, and we want to give our detectives some room to work. So as that information gets out, we're definitely going to have more to share when our detectives got a chance to really get into this block and do what they need to do.
Do we know
How likely is it that any of the victims were among the senior residents, or these are people that kind of happen to be hanging out?
Again, I don't know if they live in that location, in this building, or not.
Were they on the older side of age, though? Or?
They don't appear to be on the older side of age.
Okay. And then any idea what drugs are being sold around here?
I mean, it's a variety. I mean, you name it, it's out here. Yeah.
Chief, how about the school on the next block? Is that impacted, put on lockdown?
Yeah, you know, out of abundance of caution, the school was initially just locked down, but we got our units up there and made sure that I don't believe there's a lot of students in there today, but it's open now. So we're just making sure we have visibility around that school. I'm sorry? What I understand was Dunbar, but you might be right.
Which is, shares this block.
Okay.
They have students in it. Do you know if anything, if they were on lockdown or?
I'm not aware of, they were on lockdown. Okay. Well, we'll get more information about that specifically, and we'll share that with our PIO team. We'll put that out, okay?
I talked to one of the parents who picked up kids from the school, and they said this is a recurring issue around the area, and they complain about police not being in the area enough to keep their children.
Right.
What do you have to say?
Well, listen, we have a lot of neighborhoods to cover down on. Again, this is an open air drug market, from what I understand, and we need to get these people off the street. We need the criminal justice system to be a part of that. We have other areas in the 3rd District that are down on officers, so we're trying to use our intelligence to put them where they need to be. We're trying to be as resourceful as we possibly can to put our officers and our detectives and our specialized units where the crime is. And unfortunately, that crime keeps moving around. We'll be on one block and we'll displace criminals to another area. Well, there'll be shootings over there. So I want the public to know that MPD has all their best resources, intelligence, folks working on this. We talk about this hourly, about where we should position our people. So again, I mean, we're doing the best we can with the resources we have, but I think we're in the areas we need to be, but we can always do better.
But when you said this is a sensitive area, given that there's a school and a senior citizen's home nearby, and you said it's also an open drug area market, what is specifically to this area?
There's a lot of things in that question, but yeah, this is a sensitive neighborhood. A lot of our neighborhoods are sensitive. We're having crime spikes in certain areas, and a lot of our resources go towards where intelligence drives us. So this block is known to us. we're going to give it a due diligence, especially after today, but ongoing. The 3rd District Commander is with me behind me. And again, as we move forward, we're not going to be here just today. We're going to continue to be in this area. I asked that question of our detectives. They have a lot of intelligence about what's going on in this city. It doesn't appear to be a turf war. It possibly could be drug related. I don't. Wow, that is, I mean, the causes of our homicides are multifaceted, right? They're either drug related, they're crew related, they're crimes of passion, and they're random acts of violence occasionally, and they're arguments that escalate. And so the police department is responding to behavior, right? When these things occur, the best we can do is go after those people that we know are shooters. The best way to reduce shootings is to incarcerate shooters and keep them behind bars. But some of the lower level types of crime, I mean, we're addressing those things, but folks are back out in the community. There's not a lot we can do about that. But these other types of crimes, I would just ask people to settle their problems in a different way. A lot of these things just escalate for no reason, and they involve gunplay, and there's a lot of guns in this city. And this police department has seized more guns this year already than all of this time last year. We're over 2,000 guns recovered. So it's not that our police department isn't out there. Our detectives, our patrol officers, our violent crime suppression division, they're going after these guns, and they're getting guns off the street. That's an important piece of this. But a lot of these issues are escalating to gun violence very, very quickly. Within a minute.
The 3 people who were shot expected to be okay? Is it too early to say what their conditions are looking like?
Sure, 5 people were shot.
The 3 survivors.
They're receiving care right now. It's a little early. I don't know their conditions just yet. I don't think they're critical. I haven't heard that yet. So that's where we are.
Initially, we have information that there were 3 fire marshals in the vicinity who witnessed the shooting and called it in. Do you know where they were and what they saw?
I do. So they were doing inspections in area buildings. I don't have the exact locations, but as they were coming out of one building, they came on this block and basically walked into this situation. So they were able to, they're going to be helpful to our investigation. Unfortunately, they walked into this. Fortunately, they weren't hurt.
My understanding is they took cover, drove under cars.
Yeah, that'll all come out in our investigation. Yeah. All right, I'll take one more. Anyone else?
Deputy Mayor, can we ask the Deputy Mayor a quick question?
Not that I'm aware of. Yep. Deputy Mayor?
Off topic, could you update us on the accident between the tour bus and the fire engine? I know several firefighters were transported.
Sure.
today.
Sure. Thank you for the question, Mark. Yeah, we had earlier today around noon, we had a accident between one of our engines, Engine 19, and a tour bus over on Pennsylvania Avenue Southeast, Alabama Avenue, that area. The result of that accident, there was nobody on the tour bus but the driver. We had 5 folks that were in the engine that got transported for minor bumps and bruises, contusions, things like that. 4 of them, FEMS personnel, 1 an OUC personnel that was on a ride-along with FEMS. We do that very frequently, so everybody understands what everybody's doing. And they were transported to local hospitals where they received treatment. Nobody had any major or very concerning injuries, but all the same, we made sure they received medical care.
Was the truck running code, was it responding to the call?
It was responding, yes, sir.
And do you think the number of people inside the truck played a role, might have had a negative impact and caused or played impacted?
I have no reason to think that at this time, Mark, but of course there's a full investigation that'll go on. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's still unclear how many people were in that black SUV, right? Just at least 2.
At least 2. That's right. Okay. Thank you, guys.